Welcome to this episode of whatever this is. Tonight's episode, we will be doing reads of random literature that I've found throughout my house. Our objective here is to make the other one laugh. We will be reading the books however we can for a paragraph to try and get the other one to laugh. After a paragraph, we have to stop. Whoever breaks first loses. Thomas will be starting. Tomo will be starting. So, he will be reading from...
I'm gonna be starting with the little women.
Italian.
Yes, this is an Italian accent. Please forgive me if I am offending you in any way. Chapter 12, Camp Lawrence. Beth was the postmistress for being most at home. She could attend to it regularly. And dearly like the daily task of unlocking the little door and disturbing the milk, no. On a July day, she came in with her hands full and went in about the house, leaving letters and parcels like a penny post. Here's your posy, mother. Lawyer never forgot that, she said, putting the fresh nosegay in the vase and stood in the Marnie's corner and was kept supplied by the affectionate boy. Boy.
Are you done?
Please forgive the cameraman. He is speaking all over the screen that you cannot see.
No, he's not. Shut up.
It's your turn.
So that was Thomas with the Italian. Josh broke about 3%. What has Josh got for us today?
Raskolnikov was greatly... Oh, I'm reading from Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky.
White girl. It's perhaps his best accent.
Raskolnikov was greatly agitated. Of course, this was the usual sort of thing he had often heard young people discussing, though perhaps in a different form and on a different subject. But why could he happen to hear just that kind of discussion? And
Thomas
listen to the
going.
just such ideas at the very moment.
Going.
Exactly the same ideas.
Going.
He just heard his own mind. And
God.
that conversation, just at the moment when he himself had got the gem of the same idea from the old woman. This coincidence always struck him as very strange. This idle talk at a restaurant was to exert a very great influence to him as the whole thing grew and developed. It was as though there had been something preordained here, a kind of sign.
So I think Josh is in the lead with breaking Thomas 40%. Josh with the white girl accent. All right, Thomas, what you got for us?
Gonna be reading some Ender's Game for you today. She had never seen him speak with such sincerity.
Mobster accent.
No hint of mockery. No trace of a lie in his voice. He was getting better at this. Well, maybe he was actually touching on the truth. So a 12-year-old boy and his kid sister are gonna save the world, eh? You're gonna save the world.
And with that, Thomas jumps back out into the lead because Josh lasted about 12 milliseconds with that accent. All right.
Welcome.
Thomas Rowe, Ender's Game, mobster accent. Josh, what you got?
Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Plymouth Drive were apparently say that they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. They were the last people you'd expect to be involved in anything strange or mysterious, because they just didn't hold with such nonsense. Mr. Dursley was the director of a farm called Granites, which made drills. He was a big, beefy man, with hardly any neck, although he did have a very large mustache. Mrs. Dursley was thin and blonde and had nearly twice the usual amount of neck, which came in very useful. She spent so much of her time craning over garden fences, spying on the neighbors. The Dursleys had a small son called Dudley, and in their opinion, there was no finer boy anyway.
Josh with the Stitch accent. And looks like after 2 books each, we are tied. So now we move on to the tiebreaker round, in which we will read from famous works of literature.
Yes.
So, Josh looks like he's going to start with this one. He is starting with...
The Gettysburg Address.
In...
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the promises that all men are created equal. Now, we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are men on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that nation might live.
it is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, and we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men living and dead who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little know nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us to live and rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work, which they who have fought here have thus so far nobly advanced.
Josh Rogers, Gettysburg Address, donkey accent. 10 points to Gryffindor. Thomas, what you got for us?
I will be performing Just Do It by Shia LaBeouf.
So when I said famous works of literature,
Yes, this is famous.
accent?
Don't let your dreams just be dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow's just. Make your dreams just come true. Just do it. Some people dream of successes, while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. Let's get to the point. Everyone else will create presses, and we're not going to stop their presses now. What are you waiting for?
So, after 2 rounds, and then the special classic literature round, it looks like Thomas has thrown Josh into a laughing coma, so I think we're going to declare Thomas the winner and take Josh to a hospital. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
We've got a couple bonus rounds for you.
Oh, no, Josh is going to die. Oh.
I will be reading Winnie the Pooh. I'm really, really sorry.
Is that...
Should really actually be the title of this video. When you hurt a friend's feelings, there's just one thing to do. Say you're sorry. And mean it. Then you'll feel good too. On the first warm sunny day of spring, Pooh decided it was perfect visiting weather. So off he went to Piglet's house. Hello? Anybody home? He called, knocking on the door. I'm home, cried Piglet.
And Thomas, Russian accent, Winnie the Pooh. Okay, Josh, you've already lost, so gather whatever respect you can get from if you give a pig a party.
I wanted that one.
Too bad, Thomas. Oh, nope. If you go white girl again, you're disqualified.
You, give a bigger party.
She's going to ask for some balloons. When you give her the balloons, she'll want to decorate the house. Yes. When she's finished, she'll put on her favorite dress. Then she'll call all her friends to invite them to the party. Her friends won't be home, so you'll go with her to look for them. On the way, she'll see a street fair. She'll want you to take her on the bumper cars. But what about her friends? That's not in the book. She abandoned her friends. All her friends will be there. Then you'll have to take her on all of the rides. She'll want to play all the games too. When she's done, she'll ask you for some ice cream. When she's finished eating the ice cream, she'll need to change her clothes. You'll have to take her home. She'll ask her friends to come along. On the way, she'll start a game of hide and seek. Oh, when you finally get home, you'll have to make dinner. Then you'll have a sleepover. You'll have to find pajamas.
So that was Josh. If you give a pick a party with the...
It's called the obnoxious, pretentious British brat.
So like high imperial, but like 1,000 times worse?
Yes.
Well, this has been Reading Stuff with Accents. Tamara Kwikwi, Joshua Rogers,
Rogers.
5.
and I'm Jonathan Barris on the camera saying good night.